Hi children, how are you all? Are you all fine? I hope you all are fine and well. Okay, then let's begin subject GK and chapter Emerging Plant from our book. Okay, chapter Emerging Plant. So definitely we'll talk about different kind of plants. You know well that there are variety of plants in India. Some plants are different in a hot temperature. Some plants are different in cold temperature. They have different kind of characteristics. In plants, the hot area plants are different. Cold area plants are different. Some plants grow in water, so they have different characteristics. And some plants have some special features. So that we'll see in this chapter. You know, some plants are very useful to us. Plants are useful to us many ways. Some plants are there like tulsi, mint, that all that all are useful to us and to make medicine and many other ways we can use it. So these all plants are there. They are different from each other and we can use them in different ways. These plants are very useful to us. You know well that some plants are useful to make medicines. From some plant we can make medicines. Some plants useful to make oil, and there are many uses of different kind of plants. We can use them different ways. So these plants are there. They are different in their categories and different in future. So we'll see that some plants written plant gets its name from the poisonous chemical. A plant is there, it spread poisonous chemical, it is called poison ivy. The plant, you can see, the plant gets its name from the poisonous chemical. So, it is poison ivy. One more plant is there, giant Amazon wildflower, and its leaves are more than 7 feet diameter. The diameter of that plant, that is 7 diameter full, it is more than 7 feet. It is more than 7 feet full diameter. So how much big that leaves are there? So that giant Amazon wildflower and its leaves are more than 7 feet in diameter. It is Amazon water lily. The plant Amazon water lily, it's the that leaves you can see, then they are more than 7 feet in diameter. So it is a huge plant. One more plant is there. It is known as bottle tree. One plant is there. It is known as bottle tree. It can hold approximately 300 liters of water. This plant can hold approximately 300 liters of water inside, and it is popularly known as monkey breath. The plant, which is known as bottle tree, it can hold approximately 300 liters of water, and it is popularly known as monkey bread. So that is the baobab tree. The baobab tree is there. It can hold 300 liters of water, and it is known as monkey bread, and it is also known as bottle tree. So it is one of the amazing that tree is there. Fourth number is there. Leaves of this plant are like a little vessel. Some plants leaves are there they are different in that shape. Some plants trees are big and some plants that leaves are there, they are small. So these leaves of these plants are like little vessel, small like a vessel, and it can trap insects also, like a killer plant, like a killer plant. It can trap insect with the liquid, and its leaves are like a vessel shape. So it can trap insects also. It is Nepenthes pitcher plant. Nepenthes pitcher plant. It can trap insects which are moving around that plant. So it can trap that insects, and its leaves are like vessel shape. So this is one of the different plant of other plant. Furthermore, the seed of this plant is attached to its silky white fibers like a fluffy tail. A different kind of plant is there. The seed of this plant is attached to its silky white fibers like a fluffy tail. So it is called that milkweed. It is called milkweed. Milkweed, that plant is there. It is attached to its silky white fibers like a fluffy tail. So this is also one of the different of all plants. Next is that it grows below the surface. Some plants, they grow below the surface of sea. Below the earth also they grow. So this is like that kind of plant. It grows below the surface of the earth and survives without light. Mostly you know that plant use sunlight, air and carbon dioxide to use means to make their food. But this plant, it is grows below the surface of the earth. It is amazing that this plant grows below the surface of the earth and it can survive without sunlight. It is amazing. Strange thing is there. How can it survive without sunlight? We all know that plant need sunlight to make their food. But this plant is a different kind of plant. It can survive without light and it grows below the surface of the earth. It is one of the strange things. As I told you, there are many different kind of plants and they have different kind of features. Some plants are killer plants like Nepenthes pitcher plant, and some plants tree are there that leaves, and some plants and tree are there. This is one of a tree, water tree, baobab tree. That is a different kind of tree. So all plants are different in size and shapes, and they have different kind of features. So this is the chapter about that plants, and I hope you understand this chapter well. Okay, thank you, children. Okay, children. Now we'll see chapter book club. You know that books are great friends of human beings. We get different kind of knowledge and lot many things we learn from the books. That's why it is said that books are the great friend of human beings. So we get many things. There are different kinds of books are there. Some social books are there. Some religious books are there. That way, many books are there in many languages. It is written in many languages by different writers. We read a book, then we can expand our mental horizon, our memory. increase by reading. That's why listening, speaking, reading and writing LSRW are the skill. So in this skill, reading a book, it expands our memory. So we read book, that much will get more knowledge and more that news around the world. So there are different books written by different writers here that we'll see today. So as you know that different writers are there. Some are English writers, some writers written in Hindi, some are Gujarati writers. So there are different writers and they have written books in different languages. So we'll see these all books written by different writers. So first of all, we'll see Das Kapital, a great book. Das Kapital, it is a great book written by Karl Marx. You know that Karl Marx, greatest writer, he wrote Das Kapital, a greatest book, and he mentioned lot many things in this book. Next thing is there, God of Small Things. God of Small Things, it is written by Arundhati Roy. She wrote about the gods and many things are mentioned in this book. So, book God of Small Things, it is written by Arundhati Roy and she has mentioned lot many things in this book. Next book is there, The Last Orders, Graham Swift, and it is written by Graham Swift, an English writer. Graham Swift is an English writer and he wrote The Last Order. In Last Order, he described many things and it is a wonderful book of Graham Swift. It is written by Graham Swift. Next is there Midnight Children. It is written by Salman Rushdie. Midnight Children. It is written by Salman Rushdie. Childbirth happened at midnight time. At midnight, child's birth happened. So that book is written by Salman Rushdie and he mentioned many things about midnight children, that child birth happened at midnight, and about that the book is written Midnight Children by Salman Rushdie. Pride and Prejudice, it was written by Jane Austen, English writer. Pride and Prejudice book is written by Jane Austen, an English writer. In Pride and Prejudice, it is a family book. It is a kind of family book. In this book, Jane Austen has written about some pride and human beings, some prejudice, some wrong beliefs, and many things he mentioned in this book, Pride and Prejudice. Okay, so it is a wonderful book written by Jane Austen. Next we see The Inheritance of Loss. The Inheritance of Loss. It is written by Kiran Desai, Indian writer. The Inheritance of Loss book is written by Kiran Desai and she mentioned many things in that book. 7. Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs book is written by Walter Isaacson, English writer. It is written in English writer and mentioned many things and it described all description in this book of life. So Steve Jobs, Walter Isaacson is the writer of that book. Next is Two States. Two States book. A book, Two States is written by Indian, and it is written by Chetan Bhagat, Indian English writer. He has mentioned many things in the two states. So it is a wonderful book about that Chetan Bhagat, written by Chetan Bhagat. Life of Pi. Life of Pi book is written by Ian Martel. Ian Martel is the writer of that book. You know that Life of Pi movie is also there. So that movie is according to this book, Life of Pi. So writer of that book is Ian Martel is the writer of that book. A wonderful description is given in this book. And last, The Secret. The Secret. The book Secret is written by Rhonda Byrne. Rhonda Byrne is the writer of this book. It is a wonderful book written by Rhonda Byrne, and many things mentioned in this book by the writer. So, you can see here some English titles are there and some Indian English titles. You can see that Karl Marx, Graham Fleet, Jane Austen. Then you can see that Walter Isaacson, Ian Martel, Rhonda Byrne, they're English writers. And you see that Arundhati Roy, then Salman Rushdie, Kiran Desai, Chetan Bhagat, they are Indian English writers. So these are the books written by different writers, and it gave us knowledge about many things, and there are all books written by this writer. They teaches us many things, and there are wonderful descriptions of things of lives are given in this book. And these all books are written by this different writer, and they have worked hard. They have expressed their feelings and their knowledge and their style, different writing styles in this book. So these are the wonderful books written by different writers. So you can see these wonderful books are written by Indian and English writers. This gives us lot many knowledge